Hi, whoever. I'm gonna be finishing up one of my puppets this morning, and I figured I might share what I've done so far, how I did it. Could be interesting. I kind of jerry-rig a lot of stuff, put it together a little, I don't want to say haphazard, but with a lot of heart, you know, and a dream. So I figured I would share that process. Maybe it'll, you know, help someone else who's trying to do some cheap stop motion, something like that. Right now, we have this puppet. His pants are rolled up because I am going to be painting the feetsies today. This is 2-part epoxy that I painted white. It hardens like steel, so not going anywhere. I put magnets in the bottom. It's a little rough over here, don't look at that. I put magnets in the bottom so that if there's a metal surface, he'll be able to stand up straight, no problem. This is his face right now. It's a little felted. I have the nose put in with a pin. It's a little polymer clay nose. Same thing with the mouth, and I have an extra mouth just in case, you know, he needs to shout or something. Got a couple extra mouths in the works. I have these 2 tiny little eyes, which still need pins to be put in the face, but the character's gonna have dreads that come over his eyes, so we may not need them. I've also got these hands, which I'm super excited about. They're looking nicer than most hands that I've made, believe it or not. So these are actually epoxy inside here. I don't know if you can see, there's like a slightly different gray, and then a magnet so it can clip up to the arms real nice. But this is covered in something called Sugru, which I've had some really good success with in making hands. Making hands is so hard, but I have the epoxy in here and then some thin steel wire. I used this sticking out of it, and then I covered it in Sugru, which is this moldable glue. You can get it online. It's not super expensive, but basically once it covers it, it's, you know, movable once it's dry, so the hands can be posed and reposed, and it's really helpful and nice. Obviously, this character's skin is in gray, so I'm gonna paint these, and if it paints while I'm shooting, I'll just repaint it, hope for the best, go from there, all that good stuff. So today, what are we doing? I got 3 things I need to do. 1, get the hands painted and attached. That's gonna require trimming one of the arms because I made it too long, which I tend to do. 2, finishing the hair. I don't have the dreads with me, but I've started on that. I need to find my hot glue gun so I can actually finish making all of the hair and get it attached nicely. And 3, we're gonna paint the little shoesies. I kind of want them to look like New Balances. I don't know, that just feels like it's gonna go with the fit. And once I have all those things done, I can start shooting. Yeah, this is gonna be for a music video. I just randomly messaged a rapper that I like, and I was like, can I make you a video? Because I need a project to work on, you know, and it's not always like I have a story idea ready to go, and sometimes doing my own ideas feels embarrassing, so I don't know. I figured I would just get a cool idea from some music that I like. I love music. Music is great, so I'll link the artist below maybe, and when the video comes out, be sure to take a peek-see. But yeah, let's get into it. I think I'm gonna start off by painting the shoes. All right, so we get started this. Sorry, my desk just tends to be super messy. I always have a lot going on. Oh, cute, the tripod's in the shot, awesome. So I'm gonna get a reference picture for the New Balances, and then I'm gonna start kind of just going for it, maybe make it a little bit different, a little bit separate. I have some paint markers with me. Love me some Posca. I have gray and then silver. This is not Posca, but I am actually obsessed with these. They have like a thin little brush tip and like a regular marker tip, and they come out real nice. And then I also have a white thin Posca for when I inevitably get a little bit out of line. It's okay, we'll cover it up, no one will ever know. Alright, so the feetsies are painted. Might go in with a little more detail later because they're looking a little rough. Yeah, I don't know if I love the difference between the 2 shades of gray. They kind of seem similar, but hopefully I'll be able to find a better gray paint marker or just gray paint to zhuzh it up a little in the future, make it pop a little nicer, but I do really like how the white band is popping out on the bottom. I'm probably going to glue some embroidery thread to the tops to make it look like it has laces. That'll be pretty cute and fun. I'm gonna move on to finishing up the hair now, because this is the thing that I've been struggling the most with. I've been having the most ups and downs with, and it's probably because I'm using hot glue and I should be using like fabric glue or spray glue. Oh my gosh, I need to get spray glue. Yeah, powering up. I'm borrowing my mom's hot glue gun because I literally cannot find mine, which is a classic Katrina problem. But yeah, let me show you guys what happened. Oh my goodness. I found my hot glue gun. It was in my marker box. So I've been using, let's go, it's black, and I have been cutting lengths of armature wire that I use to like make puppets, like this kind of stuff. And I have been covering them with the black fuzz. I don't know how that's happening, but it's fine. And lining them up along the puppet's head to make it look like he has dreads. What needs to be happening though is I need way more of these, because right now I have like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't do a head hair with 6. So I need to make like, I don't even know. I'm just gonna keep making them until it looks like it's gonna fill out his head. I'm gonna glue them onto the head. If there's any like visible hot glue, I'm gonna paint it black, or maybe put a little fuzz on top. No one's gonna know. Yeah, and then I might do like a little trimming, maybe some embellishing with the hair after, but I'm really just trying to get it on the head. I'll probably do a time lapse of me making one of these little guys, just so you guys can see the chaos of what's happening. And then I'll film like the assembly process, but I don't think you need to see me make like 20 of these. So yeah, we're just gonna hop into it. All right, so I got a decent pile going here. It's probably not going to be enough just yet, but I just wanted to get, I'm always anxious to get started on stuff like this, so I just wanted to get started to kind of figure out where, you know, how everything's going to fit in. So we're just gonna get into that. You're gonna see me glue a bunch of stuff down and probably get frustrated, but that's okay. We're gonna get there. Oh my gosh, so the hair is mostly done. It definitely still needs to be cleaned up. I mean, look at that. I'm gonna color it in and trim those little strings off, but I think we're gonna move on to getting the hands set up now. Where's my long stack of magnets? Did that fall? I swear to you, I knocked over like, like, I don't even know, like 20 things while doing that. Just reckless hot glue gun behavior. But yeah, I have these tiny little magnets. They're pretty strong. They connect up with the hands just fine. I'll just make sure that it's, you know, the right side, because this is repelling. There we go. I'll leave that on the end so I have it ready and I know which side to glue it. But we're just gonna give this boy a little chop. This might take a second getting this arm shortened with the foam and all that, but maybe I'm just gonna roll up the foam a little bit and then cut. Surgery. Okay. So we got a little chunk off there. How we doing? All right. I think maybe the foam itself is just gonna get trimmed a little bit, and this stuff here it's getting into where there's more epoxy, which is going to be very difficult, if not literally impossible to cut through because of, you know, the fact that it's kind of like steel. I think in college, the first time we made a puppet, the first armature we made, we put the epoxy, the 2-part epoxy all over it in all like the wrong spots, and it was too thick. And we're like, oh, we'll just trim it down, we'll just shave it down, and that'll, no. It did not work out. We literally had to start over with our puppet. Maybe I'll bend this up. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, slay. Oh wait, okay. So let's just get that a quick little trim. I did also knock over my scissors while doing this. Okay, here we are. Chop, chop, chop. Might these be children's safety scissors? Perhaps. Do I know where my let me make sure the string doesn't fall. Do I know where my big orange scissors are? No. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Okay. Just ruthlessly chop all of this off. A little better, and then we can give this guy a re-wrap quickly. Spot of glue. There we go. Alright, I'll give that a second to dry. We can draw out this extra foamy foam. Okay. Oh, that's gonna annoy me. I'm gonna see if I can bend the whole thing up. Just a little bit. Is that gonna mess with his, like... Okay, yeah, that's good. So he can still... Cool. Yes. Okay, arms out, little buddy. Just that. Oh, it's a glare. It's some silver. Okay, let's get this guy glued down. This little magneto. Bam. Alright, give that a second to really get in there. Oh my god. Extra hair? Should probably just put it on, just slap it on there right quick, I think, you know? A little extra hair never hurt anybody. And because underneath all of this hair is wire, these are gonna be like really posable and stylable. Alright, here's the other hand. A machine there. A spot of glue on this as well. Okay, are we feeling dry over here? No movement. All right. Yeah. That's a little loosey-goosey for my liking, but it's not a bad start. Okay. Then I can just like flip it off, pose the fingers however I want. Maybe he's gonna do a little peace sign. All right, so here is where we're at right now. This brown obviously looks ridiculous. It's just, those are the paint markers I have, so that'll be the first coat. I'm probably gonna need to like mix up some real acrylics for the actual skin tone. Maybe I'll figure out something to do with the fuzz, the felting, the needle felting material that I used for the face. So here, let me get some good light on him. Here's where we're at right now. The hair is looking a lot better than I thought it would, honestly. Here's a little hood in the back. This is super bothering me, and the hands, I guess that one's okay. Like, it looks reasonable enough, you know? I mean, wrong color, obviously, but this, on the other hand, I still think might need some trimming, or maybe I just glue the sleeve so it's permanently situated down here so you can't really see the foam part. I don't know. Oh, let me tuck his little sweatshirt in. Yeah, I made the pants extra big because in the past I've always made pants too small, and that is not something you want to have to deal with, because then you have to sew a whole new pair of pants. And I'm not the best seamstress, so I like to be able to do it just one and done. I'm also definitely gonna put socks on this guy, just glue some white fabric down so we can cover up those unsightly ankles. Ooh, scandal. But yeah. So I have a couple more things left to do, so I guess this isn't technically like a finishing my puppet video, but I do have to start getting ready for my real job. So I am gonna do that now and finish this guy up later. You'll definitely see pictures. Look for the music video coming in probably a couple of months because I haven't started shooting yet. Just finished the puppet. Yeah, super cool, good times. Thanks for hanging out. If he could wave goodbye, he would. Okay. Super cool times. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.